Everybody good? We all good? Yep. Mayor Brown?
We want to thank the members of the media for joining us for this snowstorm update in the city of Buffalo. Want to let you know that the snow has shifted out of the city right now. There is some light snow and blowing that could cause whiteouts at any point. But the band is expected to return to the city at 3 p.m. or a little later, and between 3 and 10 p.m. there could be an inch or two per hour. We want people that are concerned about getting out and having to do things or having to get home in the city of Buffalo to try to get home by about 3 o'clock. That is when the band is expected to shift back into the city and things could become difficult again on the roads. With me today is Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia, Fire Commissioner William Ronaldo, Emergency Services Manager Thomas Luby, DPW Commissioner Nate Martin, Parking Commissioner Ray Wagner, Citizen Services Executive Director Oswaldo Mestri, and my Chief of Staff, Mike Marcy, has been here and operating on too little sleep right now. The travel ban is in place for areas in the southern portion of the city of Buffalo, which includes South Buffalo, Kaisertown, Lovejoy, and the Old First Ward. As of noon, we have approximately 200 pieces of snow fighting equipment on city streets. A lot of that equipment is concentrated in the southern portion of the city. The focus is on the areas that are included in the travel ban. A travel advisory remains in place for the rest of the city. This means no unnecessary travel. If you don't need to go outside, please don't go outside. In addition, Buffalo City Hall, as you know, is closed today. Only essential personnel reported. For people who do not have shelter, we currently have several emergency warming shelters that are open and available. The following shelters are open today: Tosh Collins Community Center, Peter McNica Community Center, and the JFK Recreational Center. More locations may open depending on conditions that we see later in the day. I want to thank Department of Public Works crews who continue to work nonstop to clear and salt the roads in the city of Buffalo. Snow accumulation is expected to be between 1 to 3 feet of snow in certain parts of the city. I also want to thank the public for their cooperation. Again, no unnecessary travel in the city of Buffalo. This will keep people and their families safe, but it also keeps streets clear of traffic so we can do the work that we need to do to open up roads and to get back to normal as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to turn things over to Department of Public Works Commissioner Nate Martin.
Thank you,
Commissioner.
Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor said, the storm hit the city, has moved up through it, but dumping a lot of snow in its path. And certainly the largest amount of snow is in the South Buffalo, Kaisertown, Old First Ward area. I think I saw reports this morning of Lackawanna maybe getting 30 inches overnight, so not too far off of that. I don't have an exact snow total in the southern part of the city. So we had our private contractors engaged this morning, and we have them dedicated to those areas that were hardest hit. Now, the band has moved up. It's deposited snow all across the city. It will be moving back down, as the mayor said, 3 to 9, 10 o'clock in that range, dumping more snow. We have our next set of contractors coming in play who will be aligned with that band as that moves back down. We'll have contractors then scatter over the rest of the city to help in that removal and getting to those residential streets. So first emphasis on those hardest hit. Of course, they were hardest hit earlier in the week as well, so they've got the most difficult conditions. We're dealing with that. but then we will have support around the rest of the city as well. So that'll be our response for the rest of the day today.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Martin. So essentially, 5 days of storm in the city of Buffalo, in Erie County. We had about a 1-day respite from storm conditions, but certainly very much back into it today, particularly in the southern portion of the city. With that, we'll open up to questions that the members of the media have. Jeff?
Mayor, I was just down there in South Buffalo. It's tough down there right now. They're dealing with it, like you mentioned, for several days. Why did the city wait until this morning to put a travel ban in place there in South Buffalo?
Well, we had put a travel advisory in place, and initially the guidance from meteorologists was 2 inches of snow per hour. We thought that that would give us the ability to clean the South Buffalo area of the city and have people go about their day. Overnight, the storm intensified to about 4 inches of snow per hour, and we determined at that time that we needed to put a driving ban in place.
How is that determined? Like, what's the threshold for putting a travel ban in place?
It really comes down to the amount of snowfall. You know, if it's inches of snow, we never put a travel ban in place in situations like that. If it's going to be feet of snow, and if the number of inches of snow, if the total snowfall per hour ramps up to 3 to 4 to 5 inches, in some cases it was 5 inches an hour, then we look to put a travel ban in place. And because this essentially for the southern portion of the city of Buffalo has been a 5-day event, a lot of snow, it's not just a plowing effort, it's a lifting and hauling effort as well. A lot of pieces of equipment concentrated in the southern portion of the city, and for the safety of motorists as well, we want to make sure that people aren't driving as we have heavy equipment trying to take snow out of the community.
Mayor, without any official update on today's Sabres game, are you concerned that people are going to be making their way to Key Arena and maybe hurt some of the snow plows that will be in the way, their advances to clear the snow?
I'm going to turn that over to Commissioner Martin in a moment. Right now, the arena is in the travel ban area. We're not sure when we will be able to lift the travel ban. Potentially, we will not be able to lift it by game time. We have been in communication with the Sabres organization, as we have been in communication with Erie County and the state of New York. So we're going to work together to make that call and to make that call so people are able to know not to come to downtown to the arena in enough time so we don't have people on the road. Commissioner?
Yeah, Mayor, I'll just expand on that. So I've been in contact a number of times today with the Sabres leadership about the conditions on the ground, what we've seen already go by, what we expect to see, and how we're going to be able to respond to that. So at this point in time, as the mayor said, the driving ban is in place. It will remain in place. We're going to evaluate and keep evaluating throughout the day and get that assessment and keep in contact with the Sabres. So, you know, ultimately their decision, NHL decision, but you know, we'll provide our input to that. And as the mayor said, I think importantly, the driving ban is in place from Broadway South, which does include the arena at this point in time.
There's also a performance at Shay's tonight. Have you been in touch with them as well?
Yeah, go ahead, Mayor.
We have been in touch with Shay's. You know, obviously, people come from all across Erie County and Western New York to attend performances at Shay's. Some of those that would be coming to Shay's are in areas of the driving ban. The driving ban is at different parts in the southern portion of Erie County. So again, with the performance at Shay's, there will be a call made sometime today whether that should go on or be postponed.
Do you anticipate extending the driving ban to other parts of the city right now?
Right now, it doesn't look like we will have to do that from what we're seeing with the snow band and what we're hearing from meteorologists that we have been working with. But I'll have Commissioner Martin expand on that as well.
Yeah, certainly. So right now, we don't see that, but what's going to happen with that band? Is that going to band move as predicted, as expected? If it does, I think we might be okay, but we're going to evaluate it. If it doesn't, if it comes down and it stalls, and now it's creating a different type of situation, we'll evaluate it like we did in the overnight hours.
If the driving ban does stay in place for around the arena, though, what would your suggestion to the NFL, or excuse me, the NHL be then in terms of tonight's game and that going on?
Lead to the mayor first. Do you want to respond first?
Yeah. Yeah, our recommendation is if the travel ban is still in place, we would recommend to the NHL and the Sabres that the game be moved until tomorrow. It's my understanding that the Blackhawks are in town, and certainly that is a concern, but our major priority is the health and safety of the residents of our community and the people that would be coming downtown for the game. So if the travel ban is still in place, that means that the band has shifted back into that portion of the city. That portion of the city will be hard hit by snow, and we'll have a lot of equipment out trying to clear that area, and we want to make sure that people are safe. So my recommendation to the NHL would be to move the game until tomorrow. Commissioner?
Yeah, it would be the same thing. It's really about the driving ban. We understand sporting events are important to our town. We all love our teams, hometown teams. But the resident safety is foremost important to all of us, and including those who work for the organizations that we have to make these tough decisions for. So if that is the case, we would keep it in place if conditions warrant it.
Mr. Luby, with this being the first major storm that you're overseeing, how do you think the city's response is going? What do you think is being the most effective, and are there areas you think the city should learn from or change?
In the Emergency Operations Center, which is the center for where you do operations and strategic considerations, you do informational sharing, resource allocation, and of course, we do informational sharing amongst all our partners. The city is doing very well. The interagency coordination and communication, the informational sharing is good. All I could say is the personnel that are assigned to the Emergency Operations Center and the information that we're receiving from our partners has been very helpful, and the exchange has been on the same. So they're doing a very good job.
What do you think you guys learned from last year's storm that you implemented this year? You have parking garages open, you have a lot of heavy equipment on the streets. We've heard from residents in South Buffalo that they do think the communication is better.
We've learned a lot from that storm. So pre-planning, pre-staging of equipment, pre-preparation, all critically important, not just for the city, county, and state, but also the public. Public is better prepared than they were in 2002 with those storms. Ramping up communication. Every government agency, city, county, state, we've really ramped up communications, and we were very well coordinated before, but the level of coordination between the city, the county, and the state is probably at a greater level than it has ever been. I've had many direct conversations with Governor Hochul, direct conversations with County Executive Polenkars. We have been together in person, and our staffs are literally communicating around the clock. So all of those lessons learned are very important. We have emergency backup generators now for all of the city warming shelters. We have new equipment. So that has been helpful as we've dealt with this first major storm of the winter season in Buffalo and Erie County.
Commissioner Gramalia, what are you guys seeing in South Buffalo, and do you have any message to anyone thinking about driving out there?
Right now, the call volume is low, which is good. Traffic has been light, which I'll say is good, but it needs to be lighter. We have officers out. We are enforcing the travel ban. We will be writing summonses as we have when the travel ban was in place over the weekend. You're not seeing snow right now. The ban has shifted. That does not mean you can go out and drive. What that means is give DPW operators the opportunity to go out and clear snow. If you go out and you get in the way, you are hampering those activities. When the snow ban comes back, it's going to make it that much worse. So hunker down, stay where you're at, stay in the house. Don't go out and drive. It's not necessary. If you drive, then you risk being pulled over and you risk being issued a summons for violating the travel ban.
Can you clarify who can drive during the travel ban?
So, you look at essential workers, and I know that question comes up a lot, but you're looking at emergency personnel, you're looking at, doctors, first responders, things of that nature. You've got people that are getting to work, like, you got plow drivers. There's plow drivers that are private that have contracts with the city. They are, of course, able to drive in and get to where they need to go. You need to have some common sense as well. I mean, you really have to consider yourself. Are you essential, and why do you consider yourself essential? You're putting yourself in danger, but when you put yourself in danger, you are also putting us in danger. And by us, the people that we represent out there that are out there right now, plowing, going to calls, fire department, ambulance, police officers, everybody, you're putting people in danger. So you really have to kind of wonder, are you really essential or not? We've kind of laid out who that would fit into that category.
Do grocery store employees fit into that category?
Again, is the store open? Is your store within a travel ban area? That it gets a little tricky, and again, that's where some common sense has to come in. Don't put your life at risk to try to get out to where you're going. I know there's, people want very definitive lines, and we try to define those the best that we can. Sometimes it kind of falls in the middle, but you really have to decide, am I going to be in the way, and am I going to be in danger by going out?
The county executive announced 3 storm-related deaths more towards the last storm with shoveling and snow blowing. Do you have a message for people on how they can stay safe but help maintain their driveways?
Yeah, I mean, that's a medical question. I'll answer it to the best that I can, but, you really have to be aware of what your health is and your need to go out and shovel, clean up your driveway. Little at a time, take breaks, don't be in such a hurry. If, you've got an elderly neighbor or, someone that's older that could use some help, that's where the City of Good Neighbors pitches in and helps each other out. So don't take on too much. There's heavy snowfall in some of these areas, and that really takes a toll. If you're not used to exercise, this is going to be far too tasking for yourself if you're not in really good shape.
We're taking a lot of.
If I could, just very, very quickly, I want to have the fire commissioner respond to that, because our firefighters respond to a number of those health emergency calls.
Yes,
Commissioner?
Thank you, Mayor. I think Commissioner Grimalia covered that really well. Just know your limitations. If you don't normally, if you're not normally out there shoveling or snow blowing, obviously don't do it. And as the Commissioner said, the City of Good Neighbors, having neighbors help you out, relatives, things of that nature. So we have a majority of our companies are out there right now, clearing hydrants, doing things of that nature, and and they're more than willing to help you out, clear out your driveway, clear out on a limited basis, or your sidewalk, things of that nature. If they're in the neighborhood and they get flagged out and that sort of thing. So, but mostly just know your limitations.
Jeff?
Yeah, we're taking, viewer comments during our live coverage today. One of our viewers pointed out that they've heard there were people stuck or are stuck on the Skyway. Have you heard anything along those lines? Is that accurate, or?
I have no reports at this time. If someone was stuck earlier, I have no reports at this time that anybody stuck up there. We would have gotten that in our EOC if that was the case.
All right, Mary, you just want to wrap it up?
Yeah, and so the Skyway is closed. Hopefully no one is up there. As Commissioner Grimalia said, we have heard no reports to that effect. Just want to remind people, you have a window right now in many parts of the city where there is not a driving ban. If you have to go out for any legitimate reason, you have until 3 o'clock to be able to do that before the ban shifts back into the city of Buffalo. So that is our recommendation. The City of Buffalo residents, do anything that you need to do if you are not in the driving ban area, and try to be back home by 3 o'clock for your safety and the safety of everyone that is responding to the storm.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.